Welcome back! Today we're going to do some activities that will focus on reception skills as well as some basic sending and receiving. You're just going to need a scarf if you have one, a bean bag, and something to keep score with. I love things like colorful clothespins or even cute rubber duckies. Also, it might be useful to have some sidewalk chalk on hand. Then you can go ahead and have those rackets and balls ready, as we'll be getting to those today with some very basic activities that are aimed at getting your child comfortable with their racket in their hand. By the end of these activities, your child should feel more comfortable with the racket and sending and receiving the ball.
Let's get playing. In this warm-up activity, we're going to be working on balance using scarves. A scarf is a fun way to practice reception skills. It's slow-moving and easy for small hands to catch. You and your child can start 1 to 2 feet apart. Using an underhand motion, toss the scarf in the air and see if he or she can catch before hitting the ground. To increase the challenge, move farther away and see if you can run, catch the scarf, and then freeze, staying balanced. To add to the fun, use 2 scarves and attempt to catch 1 in each hand. Up next is skills and drills. We're going to be working on sending and receiving. Introduce sending skills by rolling a ball towards a target and attempting to knock it over. Kids can simulate stepping in and sending with opposite hands. Practice both sending and receiving skills by rolling the ball back and forth along the ground. Now, let's move on to game development. Introduce rally skills by rolling the ball back and forth. You can start with a goal of 3 in a row, for example. Once successful, use a clothespin or another visual scoring method. Add a challenge and build up the rally goal, increasing the rally number by 1 each time. Kids will love showing their success with visual scoring. To build rally skills, prompt your child to stand sideways to send the ball. More than anything, have fun.
Activity 2, getting started to rally. Now we're ready to get started to rally. In this first activity, we'll be working on coordination. Rackets are placed 1 to 2 feet apart. Then you and your child will take turns underhand tossing a red ball towards each other's racket. You should try to hit the racket strings or bullseye with each toss. Cheer each other along by calling out bullseye when either of you is successful. For a bit more challenge, try to catch the ball after it bounces off the strings. Your child could also try bouncing and catching the ball off their own racket strings. Up next is skills and drills. To help develop racket handling skills, work on passing a red ball between you and your child's racket strings. If you don't have a red ball, a rolled up sock or a bean bag would also work great. You can add to the fun by tossing it back and forth, trying not to let the ball hit the ground. Let's move on to game development. Start by standing 1 to 2 feet apart. Then toss a ball, beanbag, or rolled up sock from strings to strings. After every successful exchange, have your child take 1 step back and graduate to the next level. You can also mark levels ahead of time using sidewalk chalk. Just remember, have fun! Let's get started. In this activity, we are getting started to score. In this warm-up, we will develop reception skills with rainbow catches. Use an underhand toss with an arc and catch the ball on 1 bounce. Verbal cues will help your child track the ball. For example, try saying bounce when the ball hits the ground.
Activity 4, putting it all together. Now we're ready to put together everything we've learned. A great way to work on racket and rally skills is with a warm-up called walking the dog. For this activity, start with you and your child standing a few feet apart. Roll a ball toward your child with the goal of stopping the ball and walking it back towards you. Try to encourage them to keep the ball in front of their body as much as possible. It takes more focus, but it's a good challenge.
Let your child get comfortable with these activities, whether you spend 5 minutes here or there or an entire afternoon. And of course, remember the resources available to you and your child at USTAcoaching.com.